What's up guys, Be by Mass UK, Speed VR with another video for you. This is going to be part of my Sunday chat series where I come out of the man cave, sit in my conservatory, look at the snow and talk about stuff that I've been doing over the last few days. So as you can see from the videos I've been dropping, I've upgraded the rig, got a 10700K with the 3090 RTX and VR performance at very high resolution is identical to the 7700K and the 3090. So I thought I'd talk about where I've seen performance increases in other games outside of VR. And the one game that I always struggled with, completely maxed out at high resolution, was Arma 3. I could never get 60 FPS and above with it totally maxed out. All the highest visibility, highest shadows range, completely one on every single dial maxed out. In fact, the only dials that I haven't maxed out, is things like bloom on head rotation, bloom on head rotation, bloom on vehicle rotation. I've got hiccups because it just ruins the look of the game. The whole screen just smears. But apart from that, it's completely maxed out. And I'm getting 60 plus FPS since upgrading my CPU. With the 7700K, I was still on 40 to 45 FPS. Since upgrading to the 10700K, the same graphics card, same screen, same settings, I'm getting over 60 FPS. So I've seen a big performance increase in that. The other game that I've seen a massive performance increase in, and I've not yet tested it in VR, but pancake style on the 3440 monitor, ultra wide, is DCS. And I'm telling you now, DCS loves the 10700K. It loves it. I'm getting, every single slider is maxed out, and it looks absolutely stunning on a screen. I shall try it on VR this afternoon. I shall get the HOTAS out and see what we can come up with. So it's pretty clear that known CPU intensive games like DCS, Arma, what's the other one that was a nightmare to run back in the day? It's one of those horror games. I can't think. I'll dig it out. But anyway, I am seeing a performance increase outside of VR, which was always expected. I mean, Doom, the latest version of that, was it Doom Eternal? Jesus, that just, yeah, awesome. So I am starting to see differences. The differences I'm seeing is not what I wanted. I wanted to see all the improvements in VR. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start testing it another way. Okay. I'm going to start lowering the resolution of the G2 down to 50%, which still looks fucking brilliant, by the way. I'm going to lower the resolution down to 50% and I'm going to start testing from that point upwards. So I'm going to leave the resolution at 50%. Then I'm going to start going into the game itself and upping anti-aliasing and, the shadows and the reflections So let's see if we can get the CPU working a bit harder that way, because on such a high default resolution of 100%, the CPU is not, it's just sat there doing nothing. But if we start lowering the resolution, then the CPU has to start getting off its arse and doing more. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you play a 1080p game, it's all CPU and graphics card. The CPU, if your CPU is not up to scratch, your graphics card's going to be lagging behind. So let's start balancing things out. Let's make the graphics card and the CPU start working 50-50. And I'm going to start doing that this afternoon. I think the results will be quite interesting, actually. Because like I say, the G2 resolution at 50% beats the Vive. It beats the Vive Pro, it beats the Index, it beats the Rift S, it beats the Quest. You know, so it beats the Rift S. So let's see what we can do. So like I say, I'm going to lower the resolution. We're going to start making the CPU work harder. And Alexa in the background's getting on my nerves. We're going to start getting that CPU earning its keep. Okay, so that's the next test. Also, I've upgraded my home network. I've got a TP-Link AX10 coming today, and I'm going to start getting into Quest 2 virtual desktop streaming, wireless, you know, PC VR on the Quest 2. So that'll be interesting. I'm going to follow a guide by a guy called Carl Gosling. Very good YouTuber. Got some great videos. So he's got the AX10. He's also got the AX20 router. So I went for the AX10 because he said they're pretty much the same. I'm going to set up my Wi-Fi 6 home network. I'm going to have this router attached to my existing BT broadband router, so it's going to be like an access point for 5 gigahertz only, and the only hardware attached to that new router I've got coming from TP-Link is going to be the Quest 2, and it's going to be in the same room that I'm doing VR in as well. So I'm expecting with the 3090, the 10700K, and a dedicated Wi-Fi 6 5 gigahertz router with 4 aerials sticking out of it in the same room, I'm expecting greatness. So I'll do a video on that as well later on. But yeah, so I've got over the fact now that my upgrade wasn't what I was expecting it to be, but now I'm determined to make that CPU earn its keep. And like I say, I'm going to back off the resolution. I'm going to balance the workload out between the CPU and the GPU. I'm going to see how good we can get the G2 looking at 50% resolution with all the eye candy turned on. I think it's going to work out quite well. So keep an eye out for those videos. My subscriptions are going up, which I'm pleased. So yeah, it's really good to be back. I'm enjoying myself and keeping it real. No faff, just honest, non-biased opinions on what to expect from the hardware that's currently available. I had one guy turn around and say, oh, you should have gone with the 10900. And I didn't even answer him. Complete prat. Just missing the point completely. He's not watched the video or listening to what I'm saying. Okay, but I've had lots of positive comments on the videos as well, where people have, you know, thanked me and stuff, and it means a lot. It really does. You know, you go to the trouble to buy this stuff, and you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not buying this hardware for you. I'm buying it for me. But I, you know, as I've got the hardware, I like to share the experience, and you know, I like to answer questions that no one else has answered. So that's the whole idea of a channel. So enjoy your Sunday. Look out for my new videos. I'm going to try and drop some more tomorrow. Until then, have a nice day, Miss Snow, if you're in the UK. And later.